Good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Kevin Huerter is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. Stan, when you look at these teams on paper, there's a clear talent discrepancy.
Yeah, but Kevin, games aren't won on paper. And if you're the underdogs, most people have already written you off. So you go out and play free with no pressure and use all of that public doubt as motivation.
4 on the clock. Cunningham for 3. Ball with the rebound. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Knipple. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Shoots over Huerter. And there's Bridges on the assist by Knipple.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Back to Cunningham. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Knipple. He's covered by Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And talking to Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Knipple.
Something to like about Knipple is how he thinks the game. Tremendous court awareness for a young player.
He hits both from the stripe. And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Here's Bridges. And he can't jam it through. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball against Huerter. Now here's Ball. D right on him. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Brandon Miller.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Now here's Huerter. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Duren. And here's Cunningham. Takes a 3. Out to Harris. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Terrific at cashing in off the catch. Harris wants those passes to come his way.
Miller outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Ball. 23 points his last outing, and it's good. 2 points.
And I love Ball's awareness. When the mid-range J is available, he is more than happy to take it.
Duren the pass to Cunningham. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Ball.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Miller. Now Knippel. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's intercepted. And here's the fast break. Here's Thompson. Duren. The putback is no good. Charlotte leading by 4. Pass the ball. Back to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Miller outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Thompson surveying the floor. Now Huerter. Clock at 6. There's the lob to Duren. On the wing, Bridges. He's defended by Huerter. Back to Bridges. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
They get it back. Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high motor player.
Miller against Huerter. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 5.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Harris outside. Cunningham outside. Here's Huerter, and it's blocked. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Pistons trail by 9. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. The fourth spot held by Asar Thompson.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Huerter kicks to Thompson. Huerter with it, still without a basket. There's the lob to Duren. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Pass to Huerter. Back to Cunningham. Duren a screen. Kept alive. And Thompson kicks to Huerter. And here's Cunningham. He's covered by Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Coby White, he's checked in for Miller. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Here we are over halfway through the season right now, Stan, and these teams have certainly come a long way to this point.
Well, Kevin, every season is a journey, and you have to applaud the work ethic of these guys to keep competing even as the wear and tear of the season adds up.
Now, here's Duren. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. From deep, Huerter. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Great finish by White. A 6'5" point. He can overwhelm you.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
An efficient score. Coby White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Now here's Thompson. Scoreless thus far. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Here's Knippel. Pass the ball. That one goes. Count it. And the Hornets lead by 15.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Cunningham. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Cunningham. Diabate grabs the board.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Cunningham against Ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
Stewart's checked in for Detroit. Robinson comes in for Kevin Huerter. It's White on the wing, guarded by Robinson. Ball, a screen on Stewart. To the middle. Ball, the bounce pass. Charlotte moving it around. Over Stewart. They grab their own miss. White dishes the ball. Tries again. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And Ball understands how to get these calls, especially against aggressive defense.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
Take a break.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
The first free throw is good. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Salon's checked in, and Miller's subbed in for Coby White. Ball hits them both. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
He's checked in for Charlotte. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 17-point game. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Harris inside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I like going mid-range there. So confident. Harris had it all under control.
Miller against Robinson. Pass to White.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Knippel, guarded by Harris. There's 1:54 left to play in the first. Knippel, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. Shoots over White. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist from Tobias Harris.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Here's Charlotte. They're on a 20-7 run. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. And it's White missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Harris outside. To the paint. Stolen. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Kevin, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Yeah, we've seen Tobias do this for years. Figure out different ways to score it, including via the free throw line.
And the first one drops. Then over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Now here's White. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Miller, the pass to White. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
They've got James. White is out there with Miller. And it's Salon in at the four-man position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Now, here is Miller. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
And it's White missing.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Sasser. James defending. Up top, Sasser. Nothing on the board. Just 3 to shoot. Robinson for 3. Traps in the tray. Robinson's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pistons. Outside, White. Pass to James. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Charlotte making a switch here. Bridges checks in. And both free throws good for James. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Here's Holland. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Robinson passes to Stewart. And it's White with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Miller. Back to White. Inside. Here's Diabate. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Diabate's got his second basket of the night. Now Robinson. It's tipped and stolen by Miller. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, powering through the foul there. Miller showing some serious intensity.
And a rangy 6'7" wing, GA, with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
That free throw good from Miller. Here's Thompson. Still scoreless. Pass to Stewart. Here's Holland. They need this. Huerter on the wing. Thompson sets the pick for Huerter. For three. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Hornets leading by 17. Here's Salon. 17 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Bridges outside. Pass to Salon. Miller surveying the floor. And the Hornets miss again. Pistons trail by 17. Here's Cunningham. Happy to see that one go in after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
And the defense was all over him, but Cunningham shows some toughness inside.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Bridges outside. Pass to Miller. 5 to shoot. White finds Miller. Shoots over Huerter. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 8. Thompson the bounce pass. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stewart passes to Holland. Here's Cunningham. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
Well, he's always on the hunt. Cunningham's next shot is never far off.
White against Cunningham. Pass to Salon. Now here is Miller. The tray. Miller with another miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Thompson. Hasn't made one yet. Down low. Here's Holland. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, that's where Cunningham is at his best, operating the pick and roll.
For Detroit, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Knipples checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for White. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by Harris. Pistons trail by 10. And here's Huerter. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Back to Thompson. Stolen by Knippel. And here we go with Miller running up the court. Ball with a wide open look. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
So often LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
Here's Huerter. No scoring in this one. Harris outside. Cunningham inside. He's covered by Ball. Now Knippel. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Miller. Inside. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Cunningham looking around. Thompson a screen on Ball. Cunningham against Ball. Cunningham inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for LaMelo Ball.
This is such a hard stat category to predict year over year. You can have a year where you're just on fire, racking up a steal or 2 per game. And then other years, it just doesn't work that way. Doesn't mean he's a non-factor on defense. He helps his teams in other ways.
And the Hornets making a change here. White's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Duran's checked in. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got 8.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Thompson passes to Duran. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Charlotte leading by 17. Outside, Ball. Pass to White. From outside the arc. It's good from long range. 11 points in the game.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second 3-pointer of the game.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. Second is Cade Cunningham.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Here's Harris. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New York. Pass to Cunningham. To stop the drought, he lays it in. Cunningham's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Now, here's Ball. And here is Bridges. Here's Diabate. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jalen Duren. The Hornets have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so he hits both. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Oh, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players. Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back over to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Huerter passes to Cunningham. There's the lob to Duren. Stolen by Ball. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Cunningham wide open, and he fires from outside off the mark. For the Hornets, they come into this following a loss to Atlanta. Pass to Cunningham. Now here's Huerter. 4 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's averaging 8 points, over 2.5 steals, and 6 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Bridges kicks to Ball. Pass to Miller. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And Miller throws it down hard.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Here's Cunningham. following the score by Charlotte. Thompson outside. Huerter passes to Thompson, and again Detroit turns it over.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Cade Cunningham. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends. And
we're talking about the ultimate competitor here, leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Now here's ball. To the inside. It's stolen by Duren. Pass to Harris. Miller against Huerter. Thompson outside. Harris with it. 7 points in the game. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Hornets leading by 22. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Over Harris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Harris kicks to Cunningham. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 16 points.
Cunningham making it go in the thick of things.
Here's Ball. 10 points for him. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Cunningham from downtown, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Hornets on top, running away with this one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Detroit Pistons.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet inside, and the other team's going for seconds and thirds.
All right, fellas, time to acknowledge the players of the week. On the Eastern side, Donovan Mitchell.
No one is playing better than Mitchell in this conference. When he shoots it like this, with consistency, you have to extend out the D, and that creates other problems.
You mean like flying through the lane and stuffing it in your face? And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hornets leading by 22. And Detroit looking at who they've got. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Kevin Huerter is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center. Bridges with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
The Pistons shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Duren with the screen on Ball. Pass to Duren. Here's Huerter. The three. Out to Harris. Now here's Huerter. Covered by Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Harris dishes to Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The Hornets have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That free throw good from Miller. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Duren. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duren is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 17. Shot clock at 6. There's Ball with the 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Cunningham finds Harris. Huerter on the wing, covered by Miller. Thompson outside. Shoots over Knipple. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Well, this will make you a little uneasy, missing 4 in a row to start the third.
Basket good.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Thompson, a screen on Ball. Cunningham against Ball. 6 to shoot. The 10-footer. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Bridges passes the ball. And here's Miller. This one for 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint, here's Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Pretty easy to be the teammate of Tobias Harris. You can count on double digits from him most nights, and he doesn't need a ton of the ball to get there.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Chance. Let's take a look now at the numbers for Ball. Averaging about 19 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
And Harris drops them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Miller against Huerter. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him.
What a defensive effort. Not only pressuring the shooter, but also collecting the miss.
Harris passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Here's Ball. He's got 16. Miller outside. Pass the ball. Here's Miller. He's defended by Huerter. Lets the three fly. Shot's good by Miller. Miller's got 6 in the quarter.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Here's Cunningham. The baseline jumper goes down.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Huerter against Miller. Pass the ball. No good that time. Cunningham with some nice D. To the middle. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
How much power from Jalen Duren. Goodness.
Hornets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Ball finds Bridges. Now here is Miller. Ball from long range. Rebound by the Pistons. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren. And he makes good on the layup. Duren's got 8 points.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Duren. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month. The Hornets, #1.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Here's Ball. 16 points for him. Bucket is good. Ball's got 18 points.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
And here's Cunningham. 18 points for him. Pass to Huerter. Back to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duren. It's deflected, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Okay, a chance to check out the numbers for Miller. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Pistons have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Down low, Duren, and Duren slams it in.
I just love to watch Cunningham orchestrate. At his size, that passing is elite.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Inside, and Duren slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Miller against Huerter. Ball surveying the defense. And a miss there on the triple. For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Crosses over. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Charlotte making a switch here. Diabante's checked in.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Now, here's Ball. 21 points in the game. Miller against Robinson. 5 on the clock. Here's Miller. Robinson pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. The kick out to Cunningham. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cunningham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice job getting inside and executing. I like seeing Cunningham be aggressive around the basket.
Hornets leading by 22. Outside, Ball. Offensive rebound, a second chance effort, and that one is good. 6 points for him.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Ball against Cunningham. On the wing, Harris. He's got 9. Out to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Clock is at 3. Here's Cunningham. Here's Durant. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass the ball. Here's Diabate. To the inside. Knueppel. Rebound, Detroit. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now, here's Durant. He's guarded closely. Thompson passes to Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Diabate. To the middle. Ball against Cunningham. Ball no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harris, right side. Back to Cunningham. Up again. Out to Thompson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Charlotte making some changes. Salon's checked in, and it's Coby White in for Knueppel. Then for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Harris. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson, and it's Green in for Cade Cunningham. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
James checked in for Ball. And a switcher also for Detroit. Cunningham, he's checked in for Duren. James dishes to White. Back to James. Pass to Salon. It's Miller on the wing. Clock at 6. Screen by James. And it's Miller with the jam.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
Detroit has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. Robinson on the wing. Green kicks to Cunningham. Can they get it? That one's not going to go.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Cade Cunningham, second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your Hornets, Salon, taking 2 shots.
That one is off. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. And he sinks the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They get it again. They kick it out to Green. Pistons passing it around. Holland, the pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stewart. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Salon. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. The Hornets on top, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. James is out there with Coby White. Then it's Knipple. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Cunningham's shot is off. And for the Hornets, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. It's White on the wing, covered by Cunningham. Now, here's Bridges. Tight defense on him. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
So he gets them both. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Green with a screen on White. Cunningham for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Robinson against James. Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Pistons. Holland's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. White looking around. And the layup's good off the glass.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Cunningham outside. Over in the corner, Green. Outside, Robinson. And the 3 off target. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Yeah, the more we see Knipple, the more I think he'll drive it.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And here is Robinson. Cunningham on the wing. White covering. Just 5 on the clock. Count that one. Cunningham's got 11 in the second half.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Here's White out to Bridges. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Detroit, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Cunningham on the wing. Shoots over White. Bank shot, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. Now Robinson. James covering. The tie for the ball. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris has checked in. Charlotte shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. James sets the screen for White. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Right to the hole. White was ready for anything that came his way.
Pistons shooting a meager 37% for the game. Cunningham outside. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Charlotte making a switch. McNeely's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Asar Thompson comes in for Holland. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Cunningham against White. Shot clock at 5. Yep, that one goes in there. Cunningham's got 6 here in this quarter.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's White. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
A solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside and hammer it home.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Outside, White with the shot. Duren pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Cunningham kicks to Harris. On the wing, Thompson. He's looking for Duren and finds him. Shoots over McNeely. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for McNeely.
Well, a lottery pick back in 2022. Jalen Duren brings energy to this team. A big frame, toughness down low.
Now here's White. Puts up a 3. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Shots good by Duren.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Salon. On the wing, Mann. Harris outside. And here's Huerter. Defended by Mann. Duren with the screen on White. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 31 points.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Out to the wing. Outside White. And another three for Charlotte.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Harris, right side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
No good on the free throw. Grant Williams is checked in for Trey Mann. He hits the second from the line. Now White. And White slams it in.
Well, we've really seen White raise his game as a scorer. He can be relentless at times, like right now.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Harris. James against Huerter. Now Thompson. Huerter setting the pick for Thompson. Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. A 3-ball. They get the rebound. And Duren slams it in.
Well, Duren has those long arms. Terrific rebounder at both ends.
Here's James. And with all the talk about load management, coach, and player participation, what about getting rid of players fouling out?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting rid of players fouling out. I do like the idea, and I think Scott Skiles was the one who brought it up, Kevin, of taking like the offensive fouls and just having that be a turnover, like the illegal screen or a charge, and not charge that as a personal foul, where honestly you end up being punished double.
Here's White. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Count it, good. White's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Now, here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Charlotte. White with it. James, a screen on Cunningham. With the step back, White. 2 points, that one goes. White's got 26.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Thompson, a screen on White. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Charlotte has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Thompson outside. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. There's the lob to Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What timing on the alley-oop from Duren. That speaks to the chemistry and connection he has with his guys.
And so it's Charlotte with it. We've got 1:55 left in the game. It's White on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. White, good.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
Cunningham against White. Cunningham inside. Chalk up 2 there. Cunningham's got 33 points.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Brandon Miller.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those.
No good on that one. And the Hornets making a change here. Branham's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the basket by Harris. Charlotte has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. White the pass to Tillman. Back to White. Here's Salon. Clock at 6. And it's White missing. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Huerter kicks to Thompson. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Huerter. And the layup is good.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Here's Branham. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much.